The moon goddess knew how desperately I wanted to have a baby, not because I wanted to please my mate, Alpha Owen, but because I wanted to have a child of my own to love and care for, a family of my own creation. But all my dreams of a complete family shattered when rogues attacked one night, and I got severely injured. I mind-linked Owen until my head started to throb from the strain, but he wouldn't answer. It was as though he was blocking my connection on purpose. When the warriors had gotten rid of all the bodies in the aftermath of the attack and I finally got healed as well, I went back to the pack house and I trudged directly to Owen's office, hoping to find something that could explain why in the world the Alpha of Hidden Spring pack was missing in action while his pack almost fell apart. That was the moment I opened his laptop, furiously searching for information that could shed light on his sudden disappearance. And that was when I opened his email, reading a message from Amber, Owen's ex-girlfriend. "I'm back, Alpha Owen. Meet me at my old pack so we can catch up." Amber. So while his poor pack was under attack, he was on a sweet rendezvous with his ex-girlfriend. My blood boiled at the betrayal. No wonder, I started having bruises on my body, only I covered them up with makeup. My mate was cheating on me. It was 5 days later when Alpha Owen returned. I instantly sniffed the air when he entered our bedroom while I dried my hair with a towel. My wolf was seething inside my head as another scent mingled with his, but I tried hard to block my emotions and my shifters, sitting in front of the vanity table and pretending to be absorbed in my reflection. "I know you were trying to mind-link me. I was in the south part, trying to negotiate with Alpha Jude for alliance," my mate explained, placing his large hands on my shoulders. "To get his trust, I must close all my communication telepathically, even with you. I hope you understand." I met his gaze in the mirror and smiled, but it didn't reach my eyes. It was hilarious how he sought out alliances while the enemy was assaulting us. But because I instructed his beta not to inform him of the terrible incident, he was unaware that the rogues had ambushed us. Regardless of how much I wanted to slap him for his stupidity or my wolf to rip him to shreds for his ignorance, I nodded, saying, "All right, then." His pleading smile vanished, and a perplexed frown took its place. "Are you sure you're not angry at me?" he asked tentatively. "No. Why would I?" "You were just doing everything for the sake of our pack," I said, shrugging off, while my inside was bursting with fury. "Well, that's a relief. Anyway, I know you can't afford to get mad at me, can you?" he added, his tone oozing with overconfidence. "That's why, on my way home, I stopped by your favorite bake shop and bought you some pastries as a peace offering," he said, placing the small basket tied with a ribbon on the table in front of me. I stared at the package, sniffing it. My breathing constricted as I jumped off the chair as though it was a bomb about to explode. "I hope you do remember that sesame seeds can trigger a severe allergic reaction for me," I said, trying to remain calm despite the rising panic. He blinked. "I thought you like shit." "I'm so sorry, Alalie. I must be more careful next time." Bread with sesame seeds, those were actually Amber's favorites. Crossing my arms across my chest, I said, "Maybe you got them mixed up with someone else's preferences." "Of course I bought them for you. Who else would I buy them for?" Owen replied, looking confused. "I remember you mentioning how much you loved bread with sesame seeds. I wanted to surprise you." "I never said that." "Never," I thought inwardly. My heart was clenching as though it were being squeezed in a vice. "Maybe the servants will appreciate it if you give them the bread instead." "Oh, okay?" He nodded slowly, picking up the basket. "I'm very sorry if you feel neglected, hun. These past few days, rogue attacks have been more frequent, and I've been preoccupied with fortifying our defenses." "I told you I understood," I replied, exhaling deeply. "By the way, why were you trying to mind-link me during my interpack meeting? Was there something serious that happened in our pack while I was away?" "No," I replied instantly, expecting that stupid question to be asked. Just as he opened his mouth to speak, his eyes turned totally yellow, the color of his wolf's eyes. It was clear that he was mind-linking someone. Our eyes did not always shine when we mind-linked, only when our wolves were in great emotion that they almost wanted to surface. He then shook his head and started to speak again and said, I have a situation to handle. I'll be back as soon as I can. Once he disappeared out the door, I found myself falling to the ground, my legs and arms trembling. He didn't even notice the bruises on my arms, the evidence of his betrayal. But even though my nerves were on the verge of breaking down, I gathered myself together and mind-linked Dr. Payne, my father. Dad, I accept your offer to be a pack doctor in the Onyx Werewolves Committee. Please, send me the details so I can prepare, ASAP.